help if I put myself out here. Hi. I'm just listening to Heather talking about the new deck that she has. So cool. Hi, everybody. It is really hot. I am really hot. I'm super, super hot. I opened up my window. Today it was in the 40s, so I guess that's my new hot. Well, here I am, and I'm going to do something a little different. So I'll explain what I'm going to do, and then you can say, yes, please. I'm going to do river readings. So so if you say yes to a reading, I'm just going to look at you as a river, and they'll explain what they're seeing. And so it's pretty interesting to look at our lives as a river. So if that's something that you're into, go ahead and say reading, please. And yeah, we'll see how your rivers are. Hi, Mountain Seeker. Wow, look at all the cool people. All the cool people. We've got Leah. Hi, Leah. And Annie Bear. Shuffles in with blanket. Aww. Ooh, you were dreaming of beautiful orbs. That is so cool. And I got your message, Brenda. Come to find out, December is a really weird month for me. So I will answer you back. Yeah, thank you for checking back in with me. But December just like wipes me out. And I was texting with Kevin, the healing medium, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, hi Sal, figure out why December is hard. And being an empath, and I'm a physical empath as well, so even like talking about this, my throat gets tighter. And Christmas wasn't fun for me, and it's not for, like, I have like no excuses, it seems like, compared to what other people had. But yeah, there was, like, my mom felt like she didn't belong in my dad's family. And of course, in Vermont, everybody lives down the road from you. So Christmas Day was just full of, it was too much for kids. It would be too much for me right now to visit, like, have Christmas at my house, Christmas at, my dad's house, my dad's family's house, and then my mom's family house. But yeah, I am not, I should have just been a Jehovah's Witness, because they don't do holidays. Why couldn't I have been a Jehovah's Witness? Ooh, poor me. Hi, Gina. Does anybody else feel like that? Oh, here's our friend. Yay. Aloha, Glow. Okay. Oh, there's Suzanne. Hi. Hi, Suzanne. An oil painter. Hello. Whew. I probably should be clicking these as I'm going down, but I don't want to miss anybody. Hi, Ness. This will be perfect, Ness. I'm going to put you on my list, but we're doing river readings. So that's going to be really cool to see what they come up with. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you. I just got like a pain in my stomach. Does anybody here have like sharp pains in their stomach? It could be me too. I don't know. But if anybody is feeling that. Howdy, Gerald. You take good care of that body of yours while you do all your crafting. Yeah, I've done river readings once before, and it was really fantastic. Can you hear the coyote howling? There's a dog barking too, but oh, it's your birthday months out. My sister was born on the 29th. Poor kiddo. And work always meant trying to cram as much. That barking might have been the coyotes, actually. I love that. Yeah. Yeah. Wayne, do you have family all around you? Hi, Cindy P. Welcome. Ah, love the coyotes. Oh, a river reading. Yes, I think it would be. Gerald, thank you for asking. A river reading is just tapping in. It's kind of my shamanic side where I just tap into your life as a river and we just see like what's along the banks and if there's any spots that are dammed up, or maybe there's some spots that are a little bit chaotic that we could dam up just a little bit, that sort of stuff. Yes. Suzanne Rich says, we used to do a lunch meal and presents at my family's house and do it all again. It was like, spread it out, right? Spread it out. Yep. It was on my right side, Glow. Yes, yes. Well, that's not fun because it hurts. Hi, Patty. And Gina hears the coyotes. Yeah. Sharp Lisa. Yeah. It's haunting. It is so haunting. I love it. There are times when I jump out of bed and I grab my flashlight and I go out and full disclosure, I yell at them because I don't want them too close to my chickens, but they're not even my chickens are safe. So I don't know why I do that. Hi, Kelly. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, it is it's like I have a soundtrack back there, Mountain Seeker, like cue the coyotes. Oh, okay. Yeah, the silly coyote tricks himself. Yeah, you guys are familiar with Heyoka? Heyoka, the coyote, the trickster, the jokester. It's one of the people who joke around, but they really have these intense messages for you. My friend Grey Wolf was Heyoka, and the person I talk about a lot. I'm not going to remember, Michael Smith, who's the Empath Academy guy. He's also Heyoka. That's my Cocoa Bear in the background. Just want to let you know, Gerald says hi to everybody in the chat. His hands are busy. Sharon, welcome. Yeah, they're yipping. Howl at them. No, if I howl at them, then the Chihuahuas are going to, and the Havanese are going to go crazy. Yeah, see, that's probably why I jump up, Kelly. A coyote ate one of her cats, and my cat's inside, and my dogs are inside. It's just one of those things where, yeah, it's a human response. They do throw their voices here. They could be far. Even the wild turkeys are down the hill in a tree, but because I'm on a ridge, I can hear everything. Excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna do things, and his little stick hands are very busy, Sal. That's right. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna go backwards, and my eyes are not the best today, so I'm just gonna go nice and slow. I think when Lisa Sharp did a big yes, that was for this. And I've got Sharon, who's new to my readings. I don't know if I've read for Cindy P, so you're on my list. I'll start with some newbies first so you can see and feel what Tutah is all about. And then I'll put the regulars, my crew, my team, after you three. Let me see. Glow, I'm not sure if you asked, but I'm gonna click on you since they're already telling me that your belly hurts. I got Gerald. I'm just reading. Annie Bear says, my inner life is wondrous. That's awesome. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm excited to share this with you guys. When we did it before, it was, I don't know if I did it once or twice, but it needs to be done more often because it's a pretty cool way to, a different way to look at our lives and see what's important, what's blocking us. I got Suzanne. How many East Coast people do we have? I think I'm going to do Suzanne first because she's East Coast. Oh, Glow, you did say yes. Okay, good. And Ness had a question. Yes, Annie. Yes for Lisa. Yes for Brenda. Kurt. And yes for Leah. I think I said Annie Bear already, but I'm going to click it again. I'm so glad that Richie was able to stop by. You must be exhausted. Okay, that's it. Yay. My laundry's done. I can hear it playing some music. It's so funny, the things that play music now when they're done. It's like, I remember the first thing I was shocked by was my rice cooker. It played like this classical tune when it was done. I'm like, wait, where's that noise coming from? Yep, but my dryer's making the noise now. Okay, I see you, Jess. And Leah says, my last Reiki had me under a waterfall, but I had to go with the river. Cool, okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead Ontario, that's right, Kaylee, yeah. And Cindy is in Pennsylvania, okay. Eliza, hi, you say, Neptune direct tomorrow, be awake to deception and illusions. Well, I'm glad we're doing this today. That sounds like I'm just going to hide out tomorrow. Although I have a session tomorrow with a new person. I'm really excited. Okie dokie. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put up. I know, right, Sid? What are they saying? Do you know what they're saying out there? Okay, I'm going to start with Suzanne. Suzanne has a river near her in Vermont. I'm going to turn this light down because you don't need to see all of that. Okay, so just calling in Tutah. So neat. They're coming in on their knees, which reminds me of entering with respect and honoring the session. So this is going to be really interesting. I wonder if that's part of your reading, Suzanne. I know that it hasn't been that easy for you. When somebody enters, to still have like the reverence for life, and the wonder of life, but the pain of walking on your knees and the pain in the knees. It's kind of the dedication to life. So let me just welcoming all the people. And for this one, we're going to be calling in the four directions. Ta ta kia tama ishti tau kanaka. Ma shewa nu ki anu apako etitama ishtitanui pawa shewa. Anina akana kipa ishtitama titao shtitauka. Ye titana kiama shemawa ye wanuita. Maunuka panoshtita. Ye atana ku eshemauka. O kia, e shema titano kia pa ishe ko kana yewa. Matuita, ashtatao kano kia pango she pa kia naoko kia ma koka kia mashi wanuika. Patuti tana, ishtitano tita mauka. Patuka ashtatano kia ta. Ye tita, ye ashtatano ye pau kia nama ishtita. Ayena ta. And holding hands with these four corners, the four directions. Oh, to be in the middle of the crossroads. Panu kanuki ashtata katana ye patu tama ashtata. And calling in the star people. Ushi, the winged ones. Atitana kiapanu ashtata, the angels. Ye pawa. Ashtatano, Ashtatawa, and our friends Titano, Shtitana underneath. Pamama, Kiatita. Please emerge and rise up to help us. Patukama, Shepakuti Tamaku Eshewa, the ants, the worms. Patutita, Ishtita, the scorpions. Yetitano, Kupa, Shemawa, Wa Yewa. And holding hands. And starting the spark of life, kuiti with them, patuki, itita, and inviting everything around us as well if it is for our best and highest good. Whoosh ka naka tata kuishi maikemao ashtitauka. Welcome to the fire near the river. Paukuishimawa. Ye tita na katana ashtita. So speaking of Suzanne, first I see Paunutita, the light-colored butterflies. They're flittering in and they're landing on the wildflowers. There's the wildflowers are sparse. It's not super lined up, which makes me think of the land near Lake Champlain where there's a lot of clay. So it's not like the best environment for like tons of wildflowers, but there are some wildflowers that the little ones are flittering to. They want to come in and see what this is all about for you. And I do see that the river is the distance across is small, so it's narrow. But it's deep. It's narrow and deep. It's like in Vermont where, the ice lets out. I'm not sure if you've ever witnessed that, but I've seen it several times. And it's such an honor to see when the ice lets go. And it just gouges the sides. Like trees will come down. This will come down. It just makes it deeper. It makes it wider. For yours, yours is very, very deep. Like a channel. And it's not like the riverbanks are equal to the river itself and the flow itself. It's more like a gentle roundness. It goes up above. So when life is a little bit more full, and when life takes a little bit of extra energy, there's room in your life for things to go up and for things to go down. The riverbanks are helping contain that. but they're also showing me that it's protected when the river does swell up or situations come in, and if it does go up and above this beveled side of the river, that that underneath like the sparse grass, it is clay. So the things that it's almost as if it's if you think of it like a situation that is like the swelling and the flooding of your life, where it might be too much. It's just too much. So some of it goes out to the side, and then when it's appropriate, it comes right back in. Um, and and there's something to that, because if it had been soil, then once it had raised and gone over the beveled sides of this riverbed, that would have been absorbed into the land around you. So then we ask, okay, well, what does what does that mean? It means they're coming in by helicopter. The coyotes are coming in with a helicopter. But we can think of that as the stuff that is happening to you when it overflows. Maybe there's not the support that you need. And I'm not saying that you don't have people that support you where you are or in your life. I'm just wondering if maybe, are you one of those people who might kind of keep it to themselves instead of relying on other people to, just from knowing you from this experience here in our community, I could kind of understand if you were maybe the kind of person who likes to handle your own stuff. Because the stuff that overflows comes right back. So let's just go a little further down the river. And I see that there are some, you've got an occasional frog. And I see that the river is straight. But since it's so deep, I don't see any rapids. I don't see any like boulders or logs blocking your way. It's just the channel is very deep. The channel is deep, and this is on the emotional level. A deeply emotional person. So that might be why you like to handle your own stuff. So when it gets too much, it overflows a little bit, and then it gently trickles back in so you can handle it. And with this deeply emotional channel, the emotion channel, it's, when I'm thinking about the temperature of this, it is it's not too cold, but it is cool. Which for me I love, because of like snow melt and whatnot, and how cold weather really helps people, like the cold water helps people. But yeah, I feel like this river is very caring. And it is like a deep blue, and then even a darker blue color. So it's like if I was the turtle and I was to go down to see like how deep this goes, it's very deep. But when I do this, I feel like the depth is impressive, but it doesn't swallow me. It doesn't swallow me up where I feel like it goes on and on forever. I feel as if like an animal would have a lot of fun. Like a river otter would have a lot of fun here, because they can do like all the tricks they want. So I'm just wondering if you are a deeply emotional person. Wayne and you do your own thing. The families are in Connecticut. Okay. Great emotional support. That's awesome. That is so great. I wish that for all of us. I'm just asking if there's anything to support this river, even though it feels like it has the support. It's contained. It looks healthy. The clay on the side is Tama papa nui papa kota nama eshewa ye tita. It's when things do grow in the clay, it does require, I feel like, a little bit more finesse than just growing in the soil. But things do grow. My parents lived on the side of Lake Champlain, and we had a camp on this, like a family place, and it's all clay. And it's like, there's lots of things that can grow in clay. So, and I'm just asking if it's time to plant any seeds or have some beginnings, new beginnings. But they're like, you know what, that's going to be a little bit further down, a little bit down the river, almost as if when the river goes into a gentle bend, that's when they want, or it's more appropriate to plant the seeds. Which I guess seasonally, you don't really want to plant too much. Well, I don't know. Some people plant bulbs. I'm not a master gardener, so I don't know. But see how these can be super interesting? Such a neat way. Suzanne says, I can be a bit emotional, especially now that I'm retiring fully at the end of this month. Finances will be a bit weak for a little while. Yeah. New beginnings further down when the river bends. Thank you, Leah. So it's at the end of this month. Maybe that's when the new things are starting for you, at the end of this month. How appropriate for it to be in the new year. That's pretty cool. Okay, to our favorite crafter, Gerald. Tama matuki tama mashtitau kiama. Padui makwa ashamawa. Aye titano ka. They're bringing me to the clouds. At first I was like, is it fog? It's not quite mist because it doesn't feel like there's more moisture than if it was just a cloud. And the clouds that I'm seeing are definitely they're white, they're fluffy, yet they're defined. They're not like fuzzy around the edges. It's very defined, very distinct. I'm looking at the clouds. I'm looking at the clouds, and seems like it's got. They're not gray clouds. I'm like looking to see if it's absorbed some things that it needs to let go. It feels really good. Ye tita, mako tita. Yeah, eta no pa urshta tau no katita maku papa nita pa urshemawa. Ye tita mashta tau no ye tamau kiwa. So yours is like this in between, like panu papaku ishima. It's not on land, it's in between land. And they want me to say like a word for like meaning universe. Papaku and Mount Tutah, it's closer to universe, your river, than it is to the land. Paonui. But they're like, you know this. Atu titama paku ma'ashewa. Anina maka I pamakotita. And it is like the stories of paduka, the stories of the molecules. Pau kotomawa. Yeah, panui tita urshtitanui papanui papaku eshewa. And it's like when you do have the information, or you have collected um, the moisture, the evaporation, like this connection between Earth and the universe. Once you've collected enough from both, it's like it's they're bringing me to the like the Greek times when they would have like the big pitchers of water, probably wine, but water. Excuse me. And it's like once you have enough things, it's like you don't do things halfway. You wait for things to fill the vessel up, and then you are able to see the completion. And if this is like the Akashic stuff that you do, then it would be pouring out this in a gentle way to the receiver. But it's very gentle and in a really beautiful yet strong flow. I do see that it has a golden frequency to it. The things that when you're ready to share or ready to release, then it has like a really golden resonance to it. I want to share something else with you. They're talking about like the vision of the winged one. I'm not sure if it's the peregrine or if there's a bird that you associate with, but they are showing me when the wings are up and it's flying. It's like I see the wings right here. It comes down in a V, and it's like the beak. The beak is like right here, and it's like you do have this this vision that looks that can look, if you think about birds, you know, they have the bird's eye view. They have the view that can really intensely focus on something that they want, the goal. It's like you can dodge through some bullshit and get to where that little mouse is for your nourishment. It's one of those things. But it's also good to rest your wings as well. So that you have an in-between river. Okie dokie. And now I'm going to do Sharon. I haven't done a Sharon before that I remember. Okay. Sharon. Pa otita ashtatama otitama titanashtita. And I'm bringing in the people closer for you, Sharon, and they're all leaning over something that's glowing on the ground. It's so interesting that Gerald's was in between because yours is going down to the earth. And again, this is an unusual river. It is a they're saying like the a ground, like the word is swole. Is that a word? The ground swole. So we're just gonna go. So it's like there's the thing that is glowing is like this opening in earth, and so it's just completely lit up, Sharon. And so we're going in. We're gonna go in feet first. We're gonna go in feet first. You know, and we can, even though it goes down, it's a gentle down. And we can feel like the rocks and the pebbles and they're all like falling down as we're touching them, and they're excited. They're like, okay, we're going to get there first. It's not like we're disturbing anything in the earth. They're excited that we are there. And I also feel that there are some of the sapling roots that I can feel as I go down as well, but that could be the roots from plants as well. Papaku Tita, and it smells delightful. It smells home. It smells incredibly earthy. When I'm feeling the soil when I'm going down, they do like to do the difference between soil and dirt, and yours is somewhere. Yours is somewhere in the middle, but leaning just a tiny bit towards dirt. So as we're traveling down, we're just going to think about maybe some things in your life that might need a little bit more things to sustain it, to make it more breathable in your life, in a place where things are welcome to grow. But then there's also some reasons why it's leaning a little bit more towards dirt than the soil. There could be many reasons. One of them could be protection. Like maybe right now isn't the time, to be more sheltered, I guess is the way I would say it. Like let's not put up the welcome sign for all of our little earthy friends or whatnot. It's like it might be that I'm leaning more towards that, where it's like not that like for me, I can be a little standoffish in social situations. I don't really do a lot of social stuff because I am an empath, and so it's a little tricky. So I like to be home with my animals and my family and whatnot. So I would be a person who would have some dirt, leaning more towards dirt. Like there's not a welcome sign here right now. And like seeing us doing this gentle scrambling down. And so we're going down through this tube, this channel into earth, and then it equals out just a little bit. And Tutah, it's not, we can't stand up quite yet. So I'm not sure if something in your life kind of made it so you can't stand, and standing in your truth, speaking your truth, or but they have it so we have to like bend over as we're going so we don't hit our head. But even though it's a place where you have to bend your head and you can't stand tall, they just want to let they're sharing that it's nice because we're not scrambling anymore. Like we're being caught, we're being supported through this little area, and then it's going to go down again. Pama Ushewa. And you're past that part, because I'm just asking like past, present, future stuff, and you're coming out of the part where you can't stand up, and you just slide down just a little bit into the place that we were destined to be. This is where the light emanates, is in this cavernous room right here, and it feels like home. I know with spirit animals and spirit guides, people like prefer to have like a lion or an eagle or whatever, but they want me to tell you about the mole, how the mole, they rely on things other than their sight. They get around, they have like the most perfect tools for getting to where they want to go. So you might want to look up mole, or even think about what you feel about what a mole represents. That's going to be like your little warrior. Your little warrior self is that essence of the mole. And they are saying, it's so interesting that even though we are in this room within the earth, this cavern, that It's actually a place to connect with the moon, the lunar cycles. There's something really special about going into the earth to feel the lunar. They're like lunar, lunar, lunar. And that has goosebumps. And I'm almost thinking this place that you're destined to be, that you're coming into, um, it's almost as if, just like the mole, like you don't even have to look up to sense the lunar stuff because I feel like it's all around you. So I'm not sure if that, um, some of the stuff is more like a story, and shamanically, there's a lot of questions of like, well, what does that mean? But it's one of those things that just make us think. So yeah. So yours is I didn't even see any water. So that was really interesting. Okay. Um, let's do glow. Glow with the stuff in the stomach. I'm gonna take your name off glow, just so we don't have to see the. If I can figure out how to do it. There we go. I'm gonna put you down here. I have to go over here. And I'm gonna do that so I remember who I'm doing. Okay. So Glow's river reading. Tutah, they're going directly into the heart space. And they're talking about how the heart river and what if the heart river was made out of lava? I know I asked this question before, the difference between magma and lava. I can't remember. But either way, what I'm seeing has that feeling, I think, of lava where it's flowing. It is this, I don't know if is your element fire? Do you know what your elements are? And so, yeah, it's like, so I see it's happening. It likes the dark because that's when it can really glow. And I love that for a personal reading, that maybe in the darkness it feels more comfortable to just be who you are. And that feels really lovely. And so being this river of like a product of earth and fire and like the releasing of a pressure, it's like it must feel so good for a volcano once it's in that part of where the lava is running down. It's like all the chaos is happening, and it's not like there's no chaos with lava, but it's like it's at the part where maybe it's like the volcano is settling down a little bit, and it just feels good that that your river isn't complete chaos. It's like this really cool, almost as if it's like, have you ever walked by somebody and it's like you can feel feel something, or maybe they make you happy because they're laughing when they're going by? I kind of feel like you are the cleanser, because it's like, and that's how rivers can be as well, where it just clears out. So the lava is it's fresh, it's not cooling down anytime soon, and it comes from this heart space. Wait, you're Hawaiian, right? Are you in Hawaii? This kind of makes sense because you said aloha. Um, yeah, it's the power of the volcano coming from the heart. And they're like talking about how sometimes the word spew is a bad thing, but it's like spewing. And that's not a bad thing. I have goosebumps everywhere. Um, but what I was saying, when we're walking by people, I almost feel like when you're walking by, you almost um, energetically cleanse as you're walking. So if you could go out during this holiday, just walk around, that would be great. That is your service to humanity. Okay. I don't think I did Cindy. See, I'm not getting rid of the messages. Cindy, I didn't do you yet, right? Yeah. Oh, hi, Kevin. We're doing river readings. It's really fun. Like in Moana, the heart of Tafiti and Taka, the volcano. Yeah, possibly Fogo. Okay, not yet. Thanks. I get like in my own world and then I forget who I've done. Okay. I mean, do you kind of feel like that might be your personality of it's like your heart space is connected to that beautiful lava. Okay. Cindy. Oh, yours is bubbling up. How pretty. Pama pauko anukipa. Your water's bubbling. Kuto mabako ma ishamakyama. Yay, tita. And they're dressing you in it reminds me of like Mandarin clothing. Cindy, it's kind of like it has a meaning the way that you dress. And I'm seeing it gray. And it has like bone, I think it's bone pieces that you connect it to. And it does have like that low collar feel to it. But your river, what they're showing me is that it bubbles up like a spring. And they're like, they're like, if we say never ending, then that might say sometimes we're tired, but it's just like this, the source life is bubbling. And I see the water and it's clear, it's beautiful. The frequency of it feels really like it has the minerals in it. It's not like incredibly like crystalline energy pure, but it has the medicine in it. It has the medicine in it where it's almost as if people come to this spring, just like they do in Colorado Springs. There's a town that we went to. I'm not going to remember it, but it's famous for its springs. Like people come to the spring for the care that's given, for the love, and just even sitting next to this spring feels like serenity, like peaceful. And it's interesting that it's like that Mandarin Zen kind of feeling, kind of curious how in your life this plays out. Are you like a very Zen kind of person? And they want me to say like around the spring, the bubbling water, that there are rocks that are placed around, so there's no flooding, there's no backing, there's no like stagnation. But they did say that to be mindful, because like when the wind blows, all of the sticks and leaves will be on the place where where your medicine is flowing, where your energy is flowing. And you need to really pay attention, like when the wind blows in your life, to go in and do a little cleanup here and there. You're a little zenny, a retired elementary teacher, and I love rocks. I love rocks. But you do need to go in. You do need to go in and clear that. Right now it feels, I'm just looking around and Tutah, and they're also saying like especially the the older stuff, maybe some ancestral stuff, like when the older leaves or older debris falls in this area where it's supposed to drain, that like that can turn into a different material than just twigs and leaves and whatnot. It turns into sludge. So Panuka ota tama pakotano pa iwanuita. Patukamosh tau kana yewa. I think that's why it's important to have like support, especially like in the spiritual community, where we can be like, hey, can you clean up the rocks around my around my spring? I need a little assistance. Yeah, so like panutitoma matukanama tano katita. And I'm not sure if it's more, it feels like it's going more towards like an acupuncture than like an energy light worker. But I mean, who's to say that acupuncture can't be all of that? But it's kind of neat because when you think of like, isn't it the meridian lines, and you put the needles in to like help with the flow when things do get, yeah. And Leah has a good point. Old debris can be fertilizer if it's aired out. Yeah. Air it out. That's a good idea. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you, Glow. Yay. I appreciate that. Okay. I hope that helps, Cindy. I love that it's so neat too, because oh, that's so cool. You took a course, pranic healing. Well, that's all about the flow, isn't it? That's awesome. Heather, I saw that you popped in. I'm not sure if you're still here. Heather, when I caught just the most perfect part of when I came in and I said flower friends, like when you made that connection, like the remembering of your flower friends, I'm like gonna cry right now. Like, just I love when people have those rememberings, and it is just so sweet and special for you. I'm just really happy for you, connecting back in with your flower people, your flower friends. I didn't quite catch what the song in the orbs is, but I did catch the flower friends, and those cards you have are really unique and special. Yeah. Okay, going down, I'm gonna do, hang on, do my yes and no I. I'm gonna do Jess next. I have you all starred. It's just they wanted to do Jess next. You're gonna hide in the mud, Annie Bear. Yep. I totally get that, Heather. I would go out in the dark on my back deck, and I felt like my friends were there. Just, where the light meets the shadows of the night. I felt like my friends were out there. That's really cool. Okay. First, they're saying prayers. And when I'm seeing the prayers, I am seeing like Tutah, like a cherub, like a young cherub, praying. And they're like, it doesn't matter the volume of your voice. And it's like, if the volume of your voice is closer to a whisper than a yell, they say that when somebody that you're talking to does talk softly, wouldn't that make you want to hear them even more? Like, really focusing in on what it is that they're saying. And Papako anui panu tata mashte taukianama. Ye titanama pako ama eshte taukapa. Lately, they've been, when I'm speaking the language, they have me put my hands up when the language is happening so I can feel. I can feel the breath and the like the in a way the beat and the music of the words. And so when they're having me do this, I can feel it in individual fingers that the current of air is catching. So it's like not only being really focused on what is being said and listening, but also feeling the words as well. Feeling the words as well. So we're going in an angelic kind of way. So there, I'm like, well, these are river readings. So the angels are like, or the fairies. The fairies are like, fine, we'll go to the freaking river. We'll stand by the river and give you our message. Is that good enough for you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize. And it's just this very gentle strength of like the fairies. They can, I see them rising up. But then when they're, they want me to say the word cascading, when they're cascading down and to be standing on the earth or standing on like a flower petal or the branch or whatnot, they're doing it in a very gingerly way, where it's almost like they can feel information through the feet when they're landing. So everything seems to be feeling like the small things, hearing the whispers. Does any of this make sense? I wonder. It all has a very like soft strength to it. Do you see yourself? I know it's hard for us to see like ourselves sometimes, but I'm wondering if that might be a description. Okay, good. I just want to make sure that because I was like, come on, these are river readings, we have to go there. Like I was trying to like, we're going to the river, and they were like, fine, I'll go to the river, but it's only to say what I have to say. So it's just like trying to appease somebody who might have like might be overcompensating with their voice. Like maybe it's somebody who isn't heard often, and so they talk louder. And you might be like, fine, I'll just do this to appease you, but just to let you know, I'm not like throwing my whole self, changing my whole self for this. I'm going over here by the river so I can tell you what I needed to tell you. Oh, you saw a fairy while you were meditating early? Yeah, they were like, it's not an angel, it's a fairy. But it's very sweet. It's very sweet, but I would think like the people who do talk loud, I don't know if you have some loud talkers around you. It could be a couple reasons. It could be because their hearing is bad, but it could also be that they want to make sure that they're heard. They probably want whatever they're saying to like resonate with you strongly, even though they're probably not even paying attention to how you're receiving it. But there's all sorts of reasons why someone's voice would be louder. But yeah. Rossi saw an elemental as well. That's cool. But what a sweet and understanding yet strong energy that you have. I'm happy to know you. Happy, happy. Okay. Brenda. Okay, Brenda. You're welcome. It's like I just want to give you a hug. Okay. Yeah, and that's another reason, Kaylee, that people might overtalk. Well, Fogopogo is saying that that they might overtalk because they live alone. Okay, so my mom, if I take my mom out, she'll get in the car and she'll like talk nonstop for like 20 minutes. And I just look over at her and I'm like, make sure you breathe. And I'm like, so yes, when they're lonely. I also have two people with in my family here that have high functioning autism. We're not supposed to say the word that they are anymore. Apparently, that's not politically correct. So they are highly functioning individuals, and they also need to, whatever words they have to release those words. And if you don't know them, that could be a really challenging situation. I know that that's just like a bathtub full of sentences that the plug needs to come out. And sometimes it's not necessarily what they're saying. They, they just need a person there. You've been asked if you're on the spectrum. Yeah. Well, one of my family members got tested, and as I was like listening to like the answers and helping like fill out the blah 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 chart or whatever, all that paperwork, I'm just like, I think we're all on the spectrum. Like I don't. Okay, so let's do Brenda. Okay. Okay, Brenda, they're talking about lightning. They're talking about lightning. So again, your river is going to be going up to the upper Patukama Ishtitao, Yepamuita. And I love a good storm. Like there is nothing better than a good storm. Unless you live in a place where storms mean fires. I had that happen and I was not a fan of storms then, which is sad because I love a good storm. So here, looking, and it's kind of like this is coming in and this is coming in, and it's like alchemy. It's like, this has got this, and it almost feels like it's got that dragon feel. Like this one's got the dragon, and it reminds me of like what I would think of like a Chinese dragon, where it's like kind of got like all around its face and whatnot, and it's like windy. It's like the ones that go through the parade. So he's over here, and then what's over here? It's like these are just situations. And it's like, it definitely has like a really fun like feeling to it, like excitement to lightning, to thunder, where it's like this and this comes together and tells a story. And it's like there's always this really amazing energy around storms as well. Like everybody pays attention. Like the squirrels pay attention, the birds pay attention, and people pay attention. Good night to some people who are going. I know it's an hour already, but we can do this again another time. Good night, Hilda. Sleep well. Sleep well. Thank you, everybody. Good night, Wayne. And you know what they're saying is it's kind of like the product of this and the alchemy of putting it together. and how it creates something. I know there are some stones that are called like lightning stones, where it actually the stone, um, I don't know if it melts into something else when the lightning strikes. Um, but I have a feeling that's what your like tatano in a spiritual way, your spiritual stuff with your shamanic stuff is Tutah no Shita, the alchemy of this, and what happens when they come together, and what's created when they come together. So could be thunder eggs. I know that somebody gave me some once. It was like a rock that was like you could tell like whatever it was something that was affected by the lightning. It was kind of like you know, you know. um, but I love the thought of that. I love the thought of that for you, Brenda. So I will end it here. Thank you to there's 31 people still here. I just want to say I appreciate you guys for coming in. I loved doing this nature reading with you. I think this is what I'll be doing for December because it feels really good. So yeah. So Brenda, I'm not sure if you're into alchemy or but yeah, it's a really interesting way to look at shamanism and energy work and what you can do for people. I'm really excited. And yeah. All right. Hi, Ocean Garnet. All right. Good night, everybody. Sleep well, dream well. I hope we're all rested in the morning. Have fun with your little rivers, whether they're on the ground or in between. Bye.